Oh, that's interesting. I might have a dirty camera lens. That was different. So, hello, my one viewer. Hello. Who is here? Do I know you? 0 viewers. Yay. I was checking in to see if people were actually coming in. I don't know about these 12 o'clock ones. We'll see. We'll see. Again, I'm not too into talking to myself. So if we have a viewer but not a talker and nobody else coming in, I won't be staying long. So we shall see. But it is 12/27/27 on the 13th of November. I am Infiniti. Welcome. It is I can't believe what time it is already. I actually was up all night again. It seems like these last couple big portal days, I haven't been able to sleep. So I've been up all night during these specific days. Oh, I don't know. It's just been different days, like maybe 2 days in a row or 2 days. Hi, Karen. Welcome. But anyway, there's been a few days where I've noticed with these portal days, or the day after a portal day, right around there, I'm up all night. Just what I call twired. And it's when you're tired and wired at the same time. And you're like, I am tired. I would like sleep, but I'm kind of wired and I'm not feeling that like, oh, I can fall asleep right now kind of thing. And you just are awake. How are you guys doing? How are you, Karen? How are you feeling today? It is good to see you here. Welcome. Yesterday was just, again, like a crazy energy, great energy. We have wonderful, great, loving unity energies happening right now. Intense emotional energies, a lot of shifting and stuff going on. Okay, so Karen says, I hope no one hacks me and impersonates me. If so, you'll just get off the chat. Yeah, that whole thing was really interesting. I saw one thing come through that didn't get approved, and that was all that I saw that day on the 11th. When somebody came in, and I'm not even sure how that could even work or how that works or any of that, but hopefully that won't happen again. That is just really weird, really weird, that whole thing. I was thinking about that today. I was just like, God, that was ridiculous. I don't even understand that. It was, I was so, very much, and I'm loosey-goosey most of the time, with time, because fuck, man, you gotta be, I'm sorry. I just, you gotta be, you have to be a little loosey-goosey with time. You have to be a little, rigid with time. You have to go with the flow. There's all these different ways of dealing with time, especially now. However, there are specific times when specific things need to be done at certain times, and that was one of those days. It was very specific. I even wrote about it. It was, we're going to get into astral around 3:15, so we're in that space by 3:33 Pacific. It was told to me over and over again by my guides and by Gaia and by Jesus, very specifically. And so that's popping up literally minutes before we're supposed to be set in astral. I just couldn't have it. I was like, I can't deal with this. This is coming up at a very specific time to distract me and to throw all this energy into the space that I absolutely don't want and am not buying into or dealing with in any way, shape, or form. So that's where I was coming from with it. I was a train on a mission, and I was going, and it was either ignore it or, you know, jump on or jump off, but it's moving. And that was basically how it was going. So, you know, and it's funny though, because even though I know, and I'm hyper aware of energies in opposition of me, I don't plan for it. I don't make space for it in my life. It's, I don't know, maybe it's some dichotomy thing that I just have had to force myself to deal with, you know, like I can't be like, well, I got a plan for the bullshit technical and demonic and people that are getting activated to come at me in all sorts of ways right when I'm supposed to be doing very specific things on my mission. Without fail. Yet, like I said, I don't plan for it. I don't. So anyway, yeah, so I don't know what and what that was all about, because I couldn't see what you were talking about. So that was weird in itself. I heard what you're saying. I saw one thing come through, or try to come through, and it needed to be approved, and I didn't approve it, but it was one thing, one word or two words. And not that I'm saying that's okay or whatever, but it seemed like there was more or whatever, and I wasn't seeing that. It was just so odd. It was so freaking weird. And the person ahead of time, it's 12:34. Oh, 56. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right now. I love it when I see that. Like immediately there's like 2 or 3 people, and it started getting weird, and I blocked and removed a couple of people pretty quickly. Anyway, hopefully we're not going to deal with that anymore. So maybe it's something that you were hacked on your computer, and you could see what they were typing, but we couldn't. Because even Leslie, she screenshotted me the one thing I could see, and I was like, yeah, I saw that, but it's one thing. It seems like there's more that she's talking about, and plus I couldn't. What am I supposed to do about it? Like, there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? It's like, I literally cannot do anything about that. Unfortunately, I wish I could, but there really isn't anything for me to do other than ignore it and move on, which is exactly what I did. I had to. And I hoped that you could too, but I could understand that that, you know, your computer's being taken over and all sorts of horrible things are being typed on your computer, that would be hard to, you know, get past. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. It's just, but you know, in those moments, I'm just like, well, there's nothing I can do anyway. So I need to go on, with what's happening. So anyway, but you were able to do the astral at another point in time though, right? I'm pretty sure you said that you did. Okay, good. Sorry, my head is, and I'm really hoping that the meditation does help because my head hurts. And Raphael offered to come and help me with that, and he's been amazing with that before. Horrible headache, and within seconds it's gone because of him. But, which I highly recommend, by the way, better than any pill. But you have to be in a certain place and frame of mind to let it really permeate through. And I was rushing around. He was like, stay still, stop. And he did his thing, and it felt really good in the moment. And even Jesus came in to try to like make it, and I was like, yeah, this is feeling good. And then it lasted for a few minutes, and then it's come back. I checked the geomagnetic weather. I didn't have a chance to check the Schumann resonance. That could be what I'm feeling. We are definitely, you know, there's this whole like, will the poles shift? No, dude, the poles are it's happening. And especially during these, or the way that she shows it to me, it's like an energetic constant, like the way the poles are, and they're just like kind of, it's really interesting. It's like they're constantly doing this itty bitty. She's like, I am doing it at in the smallest possible ways I can possibly do it, so it's not so destructive. So this is why people are like, oh, we have this constant raising and these fluctuations, and there's all these other things going on. Are the poles going to shift? No, they're doing it. Okay. They're like, she is in the process. It's like coming out of a really intense stretch, and you just do it really, really slowly. It's kind of how she's doing it. So there's times when the energies, and especially when we're dealing with, 1111 gates and whole bunch of humanity waking up at the same time on different levels, people who have already been awoken to some degree, leveling up. Yeah, I know. You're so cute. I was thinking about that today. We have Karen's healing is scheduled for tomorrow. And I have Leslie's scheduled for Monday. So just as long as you have, as long as possible, a good 24 hours. I know you live with your son. But if it's just, make sure you got your food stocked. You don't need to leave for cat food or toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, just look around the home, be like, do I have everything? Like, if I don't need to be anywhere and I can just literally veg out here or sleep or whatever, maybe you'll want to be out. I mean, everybody kind of does different after one of the clearings and healings and clearings with me. I get very different feedback. So some people, they'll literally sleep for hours and hours. And some people, they'll just lay there for a little bit and then they're supercharged and super hungry and super like full on. So everybody's different, but it's good to just make space in your time and your days for a time when you don't have to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and get in your car the next day and drive. There's got to be a day in your schedule when you don't do that, you know, most people, or something, you know, or you could have your kids go someplace for a Friday night or a Saturday and have your healing done then, or, you know what I mean? Like if you're considering doing a healing with me, it's different than normal healing. It's another level of, it's a very spiritual connectedness, transmuting. One of my clients called it a legit transmutation. And it is, and it continues for days to come after that. It doesn't just stop when we're done and you're like, oh, okay, we're done with my healing. It goes on and on and on. Good. So what else? So yeah, that's tomorrow. I thought of that today. I've got to check I have to check the time actually, because I just made it. I was given a free consultation for business marketing and information and stuff like that. And I got my days all confused. I was thinking tomorrow's my noon meditation. I woke up today, it felt like Saturday, like not last Saturday, but coming, like I am very, you know how that happens? And it's happened, and I know it's universal, and I know it happens to everybody, and glasses are really bothering me. It's all that freaking glare. So annoying. Your days are confusing to you too. Yeah, you know, when you're like, oh, you just a day feel like you wake up and you're like, oh, it's Sunday, and it's like Wednesday, and you're like, what? And all day you can't help but feel like it's that day. So today, so it's kind of like twofold. Like half the time I'm like, oh, it's Monday, and half the time, well, when I very, very first woke up, it felt like Saturday. That dissipated, and then it felt more like Monday and not Tuesday. Like I lost a day. Like I want to repeat Monday. And tomorrow is today. What happened to a day? I lost a day. This is what happened. Maybe I lost a day because I was up all night, and that's why it still feels like Monday. That could be it. My guides are like, hello, this is what happens when you sleep at 5 in the morning to 8 in the morning instead of, you know, the normal time. Oh my God. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Maybe that's why your head hurts too, Infiniti. That could be why. Your pineal's like, what the F, man? We didn't get our dark time. It's really important, you know, for us, for people who, especially with this time change thing, now you see what I'm talking about with the time change, really jacking us up with stuff that was to come that we didn't even get yet. It was a full-on 5 days before things were really going to happen, and we were getting thrown this curveball, even though we've been dealing with it our whole lives, twice a fucking year with this shit. We cannot help it. We are mechanical, organic beings that run on a certain program with our light and our dark and our time and our this and our that. And we already deal with enough shit on this And what I mean by that is the energetic stuff, the time stuff, the warpy stuff, the metaphysical stuff, all the stuff that you don't see and that most people don't talk about, that nobody knows about, that we deal with, that we don't even acknowledge, most people, that really affect us. And then we have the stuff that we do know about on top of this stuff. And then they go, fuck y'all, let's mess you up with an hour time change twice a year. When you're already like, seriously, assholes. Right? Like, let's just state the obvious. It always takes me, it feels like months to go, okay, this doesn't feel so weird. And then they're like, guess what? Time change. And you're like, great. But then I'm happy for that one because you get more daylight, and I always want more daylight. But yeah, what I was going to say was about the dark and the light and all this stuff with your pineal and needing darkness. It's really important. I had no idea my whole life how important it was to have your daylight time and your dark time for your brain time, for literally how your brain functions, not only on the physical plane, cognitively, memory wise, overall disposition, balance, flow of energy. But when you don't get the proper on off day night pineal active, not doing this thing with light, it's very sensitive to your pineal gland. It's very sensitive to the sunlight, and it needs that, and it needs also the dark time. So this is all very disruptive. And so if you stay up all night, if you didn't sleep, if you didn't get that dark time, if it's out of balance in some way, too much light, too much dark, hey Sky, too much light, too much dark, just not right in your dark sleep. And then also if you're going to sleep or sleeping with the TV on, if there's too much brightness coming at you, that's not good for your pineal either. Your sleep, your dream, your memory, your filing and system, your file system of dealing with your day, as well as being able to have that open channel to your guidance, is all affected by these things. So yeah, if you stay up all night, if you don't sleep, if you slept just a few hours in the light and didn't get your dark with your eyes closed, and regardless of, doesn't matter. If you're a human being, it's important. And so maybe that's why I lost a day, because it still feels like Monday, like I woke up feeling like Monday. And it was Tuesday because I never really went to bed on Monday. That's the crazy theory that my guides are telling me. I don't know. What do they know? Like, I always turn off every single light in my room to sleep. That's good. Yeah, I've always liked it really as dark as possible, like blackout dark. I've changed that, whereas like there would be a point in my life where I would never have all these windows not covered, and but typically I'm waking up at or before sunlight, so that's not a problem for me. So it's not like, oh, the sun comes in, because I'm sleeping till noon, like I don't do that. If I sleep in, it's like 8. And I'm like, shit, man, I'm like getting up late. It's 8. Whereas any other point in my life, it would be like, oh my God, I'm up so early. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, seriously. Well, not any, but most. You're about to leave work and then you're free for an hour. Yay! Okay, well then I will, that's good. I got started like a half hour late, so this works out perfectly. I want to share some stuff with you guys while we're here. Yesterday before, any thoughts, Sky, on yesterday? Did you do last night's astral? Do you remember it? If you guys did it, did you remember it? Did you? Because Leslie was the only one who commented. So I don't know. And she's the only one who came back. So she was the only commenter. She was the only person who came back. Yet I had 5 or 6 people in the room and like 30 views before the night was over. So I don't know. You did it, and when Jesus started healing you, you fell asleep. Okay. And then what? And then what? Oh, look at that sun. Oh no, it's way too bright. Oh, you can kind of see it right here. You can remember dreams where I was flying around. He says, I can remember dreams where I was flying around the high school baseball field astrally, and there were people. I will let you know how my astral goes. Yes, please do. So, you did yesterday's, but you can't do today's. You're going to do today's later, is what you're saying, Karen, right? I think that's what you're saying. And anything else, Guy? Like, did you just like, this is what I'm asking, okay? This is what I'm gonna be very pointedly asking you a question right now. You went to the astral, you fell asleep, you dreamt, you woke up today. Okay, good. That's what I'm getting at. Just making sure you're aware, because that's not really doing it. It's falling asleep with us and not listening to the messages, because that's like a big part of it. That's becoming more and more essential in these astrals, you guys, is just stay awake, listen to the messages, take notes about the messages, really take in the messages. This is a live astral meditation channeling with Gaia, Jesus, and Archangels. Like, do you want to hear what they have to say? Like, I don't know. I feel like people aren't fully plugging in and staying plugged in. And that's what really needs to happen in order to keep this ball rolling. If I have 1 or 2 people in and out being able to do that, really makes it hard to get the momentum going because people are not remembering what's happening. Period. It's like dreaming, even for Leslie, who's literally typing them up. There is a disconnect, and you have to be really fucking deliberate about not getting disconnected and staying connected and reconnecting, because we're literally going into another place and space and time. I don't know if that's just not sinking into everybody or what, but that's what we're doing. That's why there's all of this, like, brings, well, you don't remember, but brings, you know, anchor there, bring stuff back, put it in your reality. Be very, very intentional about it, because that's how, if you don't, it's kind of like, you know, you want to get on the ride and go on your adventure, and you're going up the roller coaster, and then you slip down, and then you go up, and then you slip down, and then you go up, and then you're just like, you know, you have to be deliberate about it. It's just the way that it goes. More and more, it's being in that space, anchoring there, really taking in the messages, and then, like what you've found with what you've been seeing with Leslie. And she said her connections are getting much stronger because she's listening to them again and typing them up. So more than anybody, she's like, holy fuck, look at what's being said here. Like, oh my God. And I think she's like the only person on the whole goddamn motherfucking planet who understands and feels this way, because nobody else seems to be getting it on this level. It's like they're starting, and then, and it's like, and she's like, can we please, we need other people. And I'm just sitting here going, I can't with myself anymore. I can't just like scream at the top of my lungs and be the channeler and be the cheerleader and be the one going, please come back and tell me what goes on so other people can, day after day after day, and have one or two people do it. Like, I just, like, I'm gonna break shit because I'm frustrated. It's like, and it's like, no, keep going, Infiniti. No, keep going, Infiniti. No, keep going, Infiniti. It's like, all right, Infiniti keeps going. Infiniti keeps going. But at some point, people need to listen and hear and start saying other people need to listen and hear. But the people themselves need to listen and hear in order to go, hey, you guys need to listen and hear. You know what Jesus told me the other day? He goes, very little people listen to me too when I was alive. That's what he said to me the other day when I was like, what the fuck, man? This is bullshit. Frustrated. And he goes, yeah. He goes, I had a following, sure. It was intimate. It's not nearly as big as people think it was. That was after. But it's supposed to be different with you, and it will be. But understand how hard it is to be heard because of what you're actually saying. When the other stuff that's bullshit, most of it, gets a shit ton of attention and thrown all over in multiple places to be heard and seen by as many people as possible. Yet, truthful messages just literally sat on and squashed. And Leslie she's experiencing it on my behalf, reaching out and seeing what's happening, seeing what happens with me. And I said, you know, I told her, I said, I'm really hoping, and I am really hoping, still very much hopeful that if there's other people on behalf of me going out and saying, hey, you, hey, you, hey, you have a big voice. This person needs to be heard. I've been listening and working with her for 2 and 3 months, and this is how it is for me. I think more people should listen instead of me being the one going, hey, 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 and having door slam in my face for the last 2 years, especially now. I cannot do it by myself. And I keep on saying this because I have to. I hate begging like this, but I have to, apparently, because people forget. People don't, like, it's just, I honestly, I don't know, but I'm just like, sorry, just a little frustrating. Repeatedly frustrating at times to be a witness to so much bullshit getting so much views and recognition and put into their consciousness that I'm not saying to everything that's out there, of course, but to a lot of stuff that's out there. And then there's me. And it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. And it's not about popularity. It's not, I mean, I wish I could just go, bam, shut the fucking computer and go work on my garden and say fuck it all and live my sweet little quiet life. God, I really sometimes really want that. I cannot tell you. I wish I could just ding, 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 back in time, have no understanding of how I can do healings and how I can help people across the planet with my intention and my connections, that I'm not a gatekeeper and I literally take people into other planes of existence, that, you know, I'm not supposed to, you know, have all these messages from the divine and be able to, you know, I wish I could just go, ding, 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 shut the door on that and just, but I can't, because that's not what I'm supposed to be doing here. But I need people to fucking show up. I need people to take this seriously. I need people who say that they're going to help. I need people who say they're going to be here to be here. I need people to do what they say they're going to do. We all do. I shouldn't have to be the only one. This is not just like every other anybody who comes on live every single day to do what I do for free with zero compensation on the verge of nothingness daily, faithfully, to the best of my ability. That would be me. So I'm just saying, we all talk about family and tribe and this and that, and, you know, please pull up a chair. Let's see it. Let's see it. I want to see it happen, people. I want to see people who actually, because I know there's people who do these meditations who I know for a fact, I'm being told, you have no idea. And you're right, I don't. So tell me about it. Share with us, please. We need to hear from each other, what you feel, what goes on, to the extent of taking notes while you're in astral. I'm being told, grab a notebook. As you go into astral, it's called automatic writing. It's another form of psychic ability. Let's get going on it, because this will also help you remember and tune in and want to share. Force yourself to get your ass up and come back into chat when it's not a night you have to go to sleep share, leave comments, share. Please. I'm not even asking you for money. I'm asking you for your time, your energy, your commitment. That is what I'm asking you for. If I can show up and Gaia can show up and Jesus can show up, you can show up 100%. All of you who are benefiting and putting your time into watching this and to doing these meditations, whether you're here with me in the lives or after, the point is to unify. The point is to know each other, to connect. Not to just do your meditation, go, holy fuck, that was amazing, and then go off and do your day. That's not what this is. Do that somewhere else. This is something else. We've been told since like day, I don't know, 5. This is a meeting place for family, for soulmates, for twin flames. This is like, and people are going, oh my God, I've known you forever and I feel like I've been doing this for months. And oh my God, it's like no other thing. I didn't come up with all that by myself. That wasn't just me. You know, like, I'm trying to be patient. I really am. And I am. But this is all a really big deal. And I'm clearly invested. And it's real. And it's just, I don't know, I'm sorry. Just, I don't know. Take this to understand that I just really give a shit. Whether I really want to or not, I kind of don't have a choice. And I know so much more that I could ever tell you guys. And it's just hard being so by myself, I guess. I guess that's just the best way to describe what it's like. Sometimes there's a lot of loneliness and awareness, I guess. I don't know how else to put that. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I'm sorry I haven't been reading your comments. I guess I've just needed a little rant. I need more weed. I really need to take freaking edge off, man. So I'm going to read here for a second. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'm fine. I just, I thank you for listening. And I appreciate that, you guys, seriously. There's just something really weird about the energy today. I mean, I know how I feel is valid. And I'm being told that it's valid. Because as you guys have gotten a little slice of what it's like to be utterly ignored, it's something that I've been dealing with, and I've come to understand on a level that I really try so hard not to get what's the word? Unmotivated or whatever. Discouraged. Because I know that's the point. I know it is. But again, you know, I am human. As frustrating as that is. And I try to just turn it around, you know. Change it. Make it fuel my fire more. Instead of discourage me, encourage me. That if I didn't have an important message, they wouldn't try to keep me quiet so badly, right? I wouldn't have so many financial, technical issues. It wouldn't be so hard, everything. People wouldn't be so fucking nasty and unfair for no reason. But there's a reason, isn't there? So, it's just, you know, there's days where it's just a little harder. And I guess today's one of those days. I'm standing over there making my fucking smoothie and just felt so sad. And I really just couldn't understand why. Except for just like knowing shit about, you know, all of it. And knowing that this is what happens and we go through these days of needing to do this. But it feels like there's something more to that. There's something else. And usually when I feel this way, there's something, there's a reason. And I'm still trying to understand these things. And then I remember yesterday, guys, I pulled some cards. Well, I pulled more cards after, but remember these from yesterday? Card number 54, Epona's Wild Daughter. The Friends, 46. The Sorcerer, 27. Whoa. Sneezes. You guys, sneezes can mean a couple of things. It can mean you got something funky up your nose. It could mean literally your body is pushing out negative energy. It can mean you're in a space that has negative energy and it's a warning to get the F up out of there. It can mean something came in around you, or it could be your body saying, pay attention to this moment. There's something about it that you need to know. It can mean a lot of things. Sneezing. I swear. Thank you. The Sorcerer, 27. The Lady of Joy, 45. So we did figure out there pretty quickly, I did, that this is a mirrored number, 54, 45. And then we have 27. And you guys, for especially Sky and Leslie being in that Instagram chat yesterday, you saw all the numbers that I was getting yesterday. It was non-stop. And it was the songs, the lyrics, the numbers specifically that kept coming up. So check this out. And then I said, you guys, there is something with the 5, the 4, the 9, like, oh my God, look at my makeup. It's horrible. should really take a look at myself every once in a while. It's okay. It's only live YouTube. But what else about these numbers? And oh, this was the thing I was going to say. I was compelled yesterday, like never before, to add up the numbers, to see a sequence of numbers and that not be good enough, to have to add them up. And this has been going on for like a day and a half or two now, where I'm seeing a set of numbers and I'm like, oh, it's this, and this is something else. And oh my God, it's like not even, it's on a whole other level. Oh, it's 122, 12, 13 right now. Okay, so check this out, guys. This is gonna trip you guys out. 5 plus 4, 9. 2 plus 7, 9. 4 plus 6, 10. 4 plus 5, 9. We have 3 9 cards. 9, 9, 9. I've known for a while 27 that was shown to me at least two to 3 months ago, when it was like, it's not just 27, even though 27 on its own is significant. It's also 9. This is how I understood the whole twin flame activation on September 9th. I mean, September 27th, and, you know, the 99999 day that nobody else in effing creation ever talked about, by the way. Just saying. Look at 9, 9, 9, 10. So then I was compelled to do more cards. And I'm just going to go through them really quickly. These are cards that came up either for me personally or in readings, and you guys will recognize these cards. They're repeaters. They're coming up again. Why? I think not only for the specific meanings that they hold, how they're mirrored and who they're mirrored with, but also, again, okay, look. Talon the Sylph, right? Yes. Card number 45, 9. Not that one. Again, the Juggler, 10. That's one of these. That's one of those. The Gift, 10. And then I have 8. I have 8, 9s, and 10s, and then 11s. It's this nearing completion. It is it's a few things, and I'm still trying to figure. Literally, this is one of the reasons why I was up all night, you guys. It's not. It's 9s. It's 9s. It's mostly. Excuse me. Watch. It's mostly 8s, 9s, 10s, and 11s. 10, 8. Oh, these are 6s. 6 7s. We have 6 7s. So we have 4 and 2. The Lady of Song. Remember her? She came up again. Card number 42. The Journeyman. Card number 15. So those are 2 6s. Reverse 9s. They came up in reverse, actually. I'm being reminded. So 6s are reverse 9s. So they could be seen as 6s or the 9s. Oh, Oh, this was the other thing, you guys. Oh, and then this is a 7 with Tink. I was told to cut the deck open directly to him. And then I was told to get out these guys. And look at what came out. This is the order that they came out. 10, the wheel. 8, justice. 'The Mother of Swords, or in reverse, seen as the sword, as a pillar, as a 1. The 2 of Pentacles, also as can be seen as 2, as a coupling, as the Infiniti, also as 2 1s, or an 11. Again, another 1 with the Ace of Pentacles. Another 11 with the Strength card. The second Infinity symbol again. These cards together. Justice, the wheel, and then this card. Another 9. I'm still trying to figure this out, you guys. These are cards that just came up yesterday and last night. And I have been doing a lot of cross-referencing, a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of trying to figure out exactly what I'm being told here. It always feels like they're not only sending the messages through the cards, but they're talking about specific points in time. There's also something really interesting, you guys. I'm going to share this with you. Oh, this was the other card came up for me 2 days in a row. Another 8 card, the Crow, or the Crone. Very important card. We have not gotten into this card. This card came up for me 2 nights in a row. Yesterday and the day before. Another 8 card. And then, of course, the 11 card, Prince of Shadows. Oh, this is what I was going to show you. Look at this. This is super, super interesting to me. There is something here that is symbolic and repetitive. Look. Wait, where's the friends? Look at how what's his face? Lotion. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's the way I hear it and see it. But see what he's balancing? He has this little globe, this little ball right there. You see that? Okay, now look. Look at the juggler. Look at the journeyman. Queen of the day. It's in her hand, I'm being told. Oh no, it's right here. See it? Right there. The blessing. That's the one that's in her hand. And then the gift. It looks different, but it's there. You see? Oh, Tink on her head. She's so funny. You see? All of these cards. And not all cards have these very specific They all have the ball. And I'm being told the ball is elsewhere. The ball represents, okay. Want to see the singer that came up? The singer of healing, you guys. You guys have not heard about the singer of healing. Or from, there's some of these that you guys have not heard of, but I have seen, or look at this other one that came up. What does that add up to? 13. That's today. Yeah, some are holding the ball, some are balancing the ball, some just have it next to them. But they have this connectedness with them and this imagery of the ball. Number 10. So many of these are either so there's 9, 11, 9, 9, 9. And then, you know, all these cards here. So oh, that's what, sorry. I was seeing smoke and I'm like, where the frick is smoke coming from? I was thinking about like fire. So I'm just like, so isn't that interesting? All these 9s and 9s, 10s, 11s, the same cards, the meaning of 9. 9 is extraordinarily, it is the most powerful number. Did you guys know that? If you guys didn't know how important and what 9 is, please research it. It's a big deal. It's a big deal in creation, in how things are built in creation mathematically. There is an order to nature and creation. It's built on a set of laws, like I've talked about. So when people talk about like my truths, I'm like, okay, you can like chocolate or vanilla, that's a truth, but there's certain things that are just what they are. I think that's another point of frustration too for me. Knowing truth and seeing people run and hide from it. Frustrating. Anyway, I am getting off topic. 9 is a really big deal in the 369. It was Tesla understood it, and instead of me really trying to, like, first off, there's certain sets of powerful numbers. There's no, and a lot of numbers and number sequences all reduced down to 9. There's actually a couple of really great videos that I've watched that explain it really well. But you can do your own Google search, go on YouTube and put in the importance or the power of 9, the significance of 9, any of that stuff. And the fact that I have a 99% battery right now at 136. Seriously. I do. Yeah. So 369 is a combination. It's an extremely powerful number combination. So you do like a, let's do that. 369 Tesla, the power of 9 in creation. You can look up fractal, is that a G? Fractal geometry. The Fibonacci. I'm going to destroy this. It's the Fibonacci sequence. I know I'm not here. I don't want to destroy it. I want to give you guys. There we go. I was close. No, I wasn't. I want to pretend like I was close. Fibonacci sequence and what's the other one? Mandelbrot. Mandelbrot set. And these things are really great ways to understand, if you don't already, guys, and haven't been, the door hasn't swung open on how there is a mathematical order to so very many things in creation, like this pine cone, and why pine cones are very symbolic of in religion, in all sorts of stuff, but it's because of the sequence, the pattern that many things, including DNA structure, molecular structure, patterns in all sorts of things in creation, is fractal, and we are fractals. So when we start to look at a micro level, you know, they say that if you want to get more spiritual, you start going small. You start like, as we look up into the sky and everything is really big, that's important. But it's really, really even more important to go small, to go macro. I really miss my macro lens, and that is a priority. Somebody wants to give me a gift, give me a macro lens, because mine was lost months ago, and I just am not the same person when I'm not taking macro photography. And this has come up for me several times the last couple of days. And they're cheap. I just don't have any money. But macro, looking as deep as into nature, as small as you can, really gives you a new perspective in when it comes to, because look at the fractal. So as you walk around your day, your life, your just look at your body, even look at your look at nature, look at so many things that are aesthetically pleasing are based off of fractal. fractal geometry because we're so used to seeing fractals. They're natural. This is a fractal as well. That's a fractal. A fractal is something that multiplies exactly what it is over and over again. Just a different expression of exactly what that little thing is over and over again. That's why we're fractals. We're fractals of infinite source, mother, father, God, creator from the very beginning. We just fractal out. We continue to infinitely. So it's the same thing, same principle. Okay. Little baby. Oh, there's another peacock feather. I have them like everywhere. They're in like everywhere. But yeah, so I am a fractal freak. And anyway, so the 9s are extremely powerful, very big deal. And getting all these 9s, I already said in a prediction a couple days ago, I think it was, that I do definitely perceive there to be a volcanic activity in the Pacific. I don't know exactly where, but it like something new. I don't know if this is associated or not, but I'm just being compelled to talk about it at this time. But not like, I don't want to say like not an active volcano, but basically it's going to be a volcanic activity that is what's it called when it's underwater? I can't think of the term right now, but that's what I'm talking about. So it's going to be like, oh, holy moly, it's coming. It's not above, it's below the ocean. I'm making sense, right? Please tell me. Can't. I can't right now, apparently. So anyway, so I don't know when that's supposed to be. Again, that's just information that I've been shown and given and confirmed. I did talk about earthquake activity in the northern part of the country, like in places that you wouldn't normally think of it, the Atlantic, and like even above into like Canadian territory up there, like northern east coast. Oh my God, I can't talk. It's 1:44. Now I just don't know what, whens and what's and all this, but I am just telling you guys what I see. And again, this is not to frighten people. It's to let them know at 1:44:44 the consciousness of Gaia and how this shit isn't random and how it doesn't just happen. And she again wants people to understand that she does her best to not disrupt and create destruction if it is a natural thing in a way for her to do stuff, especially at this time. That's not her deal. So so she's taking care of her energies in a way. Basically the message with that is she's taking care of her energies in a way to balance and ascend in the safest way possible for as many people as possible as it is destined and supposed to be, and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So that's just the message. Can we find all of the information that you gave us on sacred scribes website about, you mean the nines? And she has so much information, but I would look elsewhere as well. Don't just look at her website, because there's other websites, and I'll put some links here. I had to shut down all of my windows, but I had a bunch of stuff open yesterday for the nines and looking into all sorts of different places for this is just how I'm guided to research and to look and to put things together. I mean, this is my worksheet last night of numbers and figuring things out and making connections that I didn't get into here because I'm not ready. But I will tell you, it basically goes 9, 10, 11, 12, 7 and 8 is together, as we've seen several times. Those two numbers as well. It's just, it's interesting. I'm just still trying to put it together, but she does have on her website there a lot of information about the universal laws that I've seen on there, about angels and archangels, about the numbers. She has a extraordinarily fat, robust, informational packed website. I highly recommend her information. She's somewhere near 2 million page views. And she has so many number combinations. It's crazy. So anyway, but yeah, definitely look there. I'm hoping to have more on my website. I had stuff on another website I need to transfer over about stuff, but there's information out there, so you can find it. So Karen says, I grew up in Southern California, and all of my childhood it was predicted that Cali was going to wash off by itself into the ocean. No. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I've heard the same thing. I mean, theoretically, it very well could happen. I mean, if we look at the globe and how continents have moved across oceans over time, you can take Gaia and just kind of push her all together and see how, places broke off of places. And that does happen, but that's not what's going to happen anytime soon. Anytime soon. Like anytime soon. So don't worry, it's not that. This is more just out in the middle of nowhere, blowing off steam, and it being like it's volcanic activity, but it's not where people live. I mean, it's going to affect people. Obviously, it's going to be a volcano in the ocean. But and the same thing with what may go on the eastern, the Atlantic, that whole thing that I've been seeing for a while. That doesn't seem to be anything massively destructive to human life or infrastructure. It's more of a holy shit, this is happening here, like out where, maybe a few of them tripping the shit out of people, maybe some rumblings, but nothing super, super major, where people are like, oh, this is not where earthquakes happen, are going to be happening more. Let's just put it that way. So yeah. All right. Really? Now, really? 123, really? It was just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when I looked. My brain and my makeup, a mess. Who's still here? And I'm sorry it's taken so long to get into Astral, you guys. I guess it's just one of those days. And yes, if there is a question, are we getting Astral? Is she going to be able to do this? Is this one of those days she says at the last minute, we're not doing this because of where she's at? No, it is not. I tried that earlier. I was like, maybe just not do today's astral. And I was told, yeah, maybe you don't get to not do today's astral. And I'm like, all right, fine. Guess we're doing today's astral. But you know what? I always love doing it. They're good to do. It's just, you know, it's heavy. I've got a lot already going on here. I'm trying to sort out, figure out the hell it all means. As I'm supposed to. Oh, I want this headache to go away, and I know that it will. So I'm really excited for that, because I always feel better after, you know, going there. So we have Karen here. Sky said he was listening. I know that my love, Leslie, she said she had an hour, and I think I probably talked into that. I'm so sorry, my love. Are you still here? Can you still travel? Do you need some time? If that's the case, then we can wait or whatever. If you're just moving from place to place, because this woman she's in a car, she's in and out of a car more in one day, I shit you not, than I've been in like 6 months. Probably. Maybe not that long, but seriously. It's like, I have to go get Ethan. Aw. You have to go get him. You'll be gone for about 30 minutes. Okay. Well then, hopefully, who else is here that can do the astral now? If not, then maybe we can pop back in a little bit. If there's people that are here, I see, is that 5 people? 5 people in the room, and you are actually going to do the meditation, please chime in. Anybody? Okay, so Karen can do it. Sky just got done saying he was helping mom with stuff, but he was listening, so I don't know what that means. Oh, my head. Holy moly. I literally feel like there better not be somebody in here trying to psychically attack me, because that just isn't going to fly and work for you very well, if that's the case. I'm going to leave this open. Okay, sweetie. So she'll do it later. Okay, sweet. So Sky's gonna do it. He's gonna be 5-10 max. Anybody else? Anybody else gonna travel? I'm gonna take this few moments here to go potty, to see if any of my cats want to come in, and go ahead and start getting into your people attacking us. Get the dragons. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know people try. People try psychically attacking me all the freaking time. All the time. It's not new. They try to see how strong I am. They try to see, I don't talk about it when we're here in Astral. When we're here, I don't talk about it ever, really. I talk about other things, but because I don't. But it does happen, just so you guys know. I know that people sometimes, they come in, they see that I'm psychic, they see that I'm channel, they try to test me. I get tested all the time. All the time. Trying to test me, trying to psychically attack me, seeing if I can feel them, see if I'll react, just different things. I do know. Like I said, I learned a lot of things. So Yeah, of course. And if you feel the need to, you can just timestamp, um, like if that ever happens again, you can timestamp and say that came through at, let's say, 101, wasn't me, or whatever, and just leave it at that. But as you can see, it was in those moments that hasn't happened since. I mean, I know it's there's going to be a time where it happens again, and maybe there's multiple people like that trying to come up. I mean, I don't know. I know at some point, and what I've been told so many times over and over again, and something that I do know for certain, and I feel so deeply, and I know for a fact is that the more that we do come together and solidify and unite, whether in physical or energetically, the more that this happens, the less and the less that happens, that interference can get through. Because like I've said before, when you're standing outside by yourself going, all right, I'm going to take you on, world, or people coming to take over my home or whatever, you just put yourself in these situations, and then imagine you standing there with the whole one more person, two more people, 10 more people, whatever it is. You're stronger together. I mean, it's just not a new concept. So that's how it works for us in now in this situation that we find ourselves in. And what has been reiterated over and over and over and over and over and over and over for the last, especially since, I'll say it again, since the summer solstice, and a little before that, when I started to get information about this whole unity thing, even on a greater scale than what was being talked about before, and truly what that meant. And much of the spiritual community is still not getting it. And I don't mean that as a judgment. I just mean that as it's just still very separate, individual, and it's not meant to be that way. And hopefully it'll catch up more and more. Yeah, collective light, and it will prevail. I mean, yeah. It's just, we have to deal. We have to understand too, though, and the way that we see opposition, the way that we see, yeah, I call it opposition. I don't like to keep saying negative energy and dark this. I like to say opposition because it doesn't have such a negative frequency to it. It just means very factually what it is. It's opposition. So we have to work in a way of smart offense and defense to the opposition. And in order to do that, it's better to be together doing that than alone. And they are the dark, the whatever, the opposition are literally what's the best way to panic, I guess is the best word. Panic, sheer panic, and are trying so much, so hard to disrupt us. to keep people away from each other. I'll just talk about me, to keep people away from me, to drive people away from me, for people to perceive me in a way that's completely false, for people to start having negative entities come to them and start twisting them up about me and what I do and making them doubt and stay, you know, like crazy ass shit. Making people who, like I said before, who could be in power to get my word out to be very turned off by me without really having any reason why. It just is. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on with examples. Maybe someday I will, to really drive it home how fucking deep it goes to keep me down and quiet and oppressed and from doing what I can do. And I know I'm not the only one. Many, many light workers, many true messengers, many incarnates of the divine talk about this until you break through and there isn't a fucking thing they can do about it because it's done. Too many people know about you at that point, and there's momentum. See what I have? I don't have that. If I was a boat in the ocean, I would have sunk already because I have no power in this storm. None. But luckily I'm not. That's not my circumstance. I'm just saying, you know. These freaking numbers, man. So I just saw 234. It's 2:03:04 when I looked at the clock right when I said that. Luckily I'm not 2:03:04. Yeah, I know. I'm not in a little boat in the ocean, and and thank God for that. But that's what they're trying to keep me from, is mass momentum, really, because once that happens, I mean, I was shown this. Oh, now 2:03:44. Oh, that was fun. How you like them apples? You didn't get enough with the 04. You had to see the 44 too. Yeah, and then who knows, you know, what it'll be to try to keep me, whatever, quiet, distracted. I don't know. Oh. Good for you. She says, I let the craziness of the impersonation affect me, but no more. My noisy, loud neighbor just came home. You'll try to block him. Good. Yes, Infiniti, I panicked the other day and was drawn away from you guys. I feel you and understand where you're coming from. Aw, thank you. She was like Leslie said, you're a kick-ass goddess. Oh, thank you. I'm going to tattoo that on my forehead. Kick-ass goddess. Yeah. So, yeah, it's to see it from a perspective. And I know with some people are just like, okay, I know some people go, well, you talk about it, so this is what you get. And I'm like, people don't get it. People don't understand what it's like. I mean, I was kept physically disabled for most of my life. Suicidal. On the verge. You have to understand these things. to keep me shut up from even doing anything at all. This was my reality. I mean, you know, it's like, so here we are 6 years removed from being one of the most unhealthy people ever. Now, this is what I am. Really different. And, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's been, when people talk, and I did have that video. We're talking about targeted individuals is a real thing. The light and the dark on the energetic sides know who is who and what is what way before we do, on an energetically, on a frequency basis level. So when we land in a body and we are this in a body, the energetic beings can see that and feel that. And from a very, very small or young age, in different ways, we are targeted to keep us from coming into what we are here to be. This is why they panic, because it hasn't worked for a lot. It has worked for some people. It has worked, but for some of us, it has not. Not the ones they really want it not to work for. And we also get help from the ones who were here before, the light workers who were the pioneers, the Wayne Dryers, or Dyer, not Dryer, Dyer, the Louise Hay. You know, they're part of, and others, of course, obviously. I'm just saying, you know, they broke through, they got heard, and they did their time incarnate, and then they passed over, and they still continue to work. Much to the annoyance of the dark side, I'm sure, because I've had just understandings about these things, about all that. So anyway, I'm going to go do what I said I was going to do 10 minutes ago. Hopefully Sky will be checking in soon and we will get started. I read your story. You are an awesome person. Aw, sweetie, thank you. You've been through a lot of shit and you are still learning, but you are so strong and I believe in you. Oh, thank you. I must do my part and really hear and listen to the messages that you are guided to tell us. Yeah, and again, if you have a notebook that you can have next to you, even while you're in astral, and write things down, it can be messy, but it'll help you remember. I'm supposed to do the same thing. So, actually, I'm not going to do it. All right. Oh, shoot. It's already. Okay. I shall be back in just a few moments. Please, everybody who is anybody, I see 2 whole people here. 2 people. Let me start in just a moment. Oh my gosh, my head. Seriously. Like I said, it started a while ago. I just like, I want it to stop. And it will. It most certainly will. Oh, and thank you again for all those wonderful sentiments and words of encouragement, Karen. I really appreciate it. Really. Grabbed a non-working lighter. Where's my lighters? I am going to take off my turtleneck because it is, I have a feeling it's gonna get warm in here. I am feeling the energies coming in. Oh my gosh, I love it when that happens. Do you feel that when we start to get, like, when we really do start to get into the space of astral? Do you guys feel your atmosphere change the way I do? I feel it here in my little trailer, my home. I feel it in my body. I start getting tingly. My head starts to get, or my ears, a lot of the time. Thank goodness I haven't been dealing with that, because I don't know. I don't think I can deal with this right now. But my ears will start getting really plugged and popping. I've talked about that a lot. And just in the actual atmosphere, just in the space, in the air, I feel the energy come in, like literally their energy comes in and sits down in our space. This is what it feels like to me. So I'm just curious if you feel that. Are you coming in? Hi. Come. In. Sorry, there are some crazy amazing, oh my god, crazy amazing clouds right outside right here right now. I need it to take pictures of. Hold on. my gosh. Holy moly. Oh, I just did that. Oh, really cold. Oh my god. Why? I just did. I had to, because I just did. I don't know. Oh my god, you guys have to see this video. 2020? Are you serious? Oh. You guys, seriously, I have to see this video. I can't with it right now. Oh my god. I'm sorry I was gone for like 5 minutes or whatever, because right above my house. Right above my house right now, you guys. I'm like, what is with my... Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Oh. Who else shoving food in their face? I need to be, and I'm not. Okay, my camera. What are you doing? What? What are you doing? Okay, it's uploading. It's 2:22, 2 people, 2 legs, 2:22 p.m. on the 13th. I just had 34% battery. Oh, now it's 32. Wow, that went, oh, because I'm uploading. I'm like, what is happening? It's going down fast, because it was 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, 3, and then 3, 2, and 3, 1. I gotta plug this thing in and put it on not to. That's the other thing too. If you leave the YouTube app, it stops uploading. You have to put your phone on to never. Oh, it is on never. Never turn off, and then not do anything with your phone, any other kind of thing with your phone if you're uploading video. That was funny. 22227. Just said that. So it'll just sit there and never upload. Just never upload if you leave the app. Oh boy. So anyway, that video of what it was just going on right outside, right above my house. And I'm not positive with who it is. It's a dragon fae goddess with a big old smile on her face. Along with other things, but that was like the thing. I'm like, are you kidding me with this right now? Like, I am not even kidding you. So I'm not positive with who it is. I do have a name in my head that I know of. I don't talk about names a whole lot, except if we're working with the oracle or they specifically use names. Most times dragons, they don't, at least in Astral, they haven't been. They don't really care about that stuff. I think it might be Tiamat. That's who I heard, but I'm not sure. Well, the way that we can see them in this realm for now, until something changes, which you never know. They could materialize. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm just saying. It really isn't. It could happen. I'm not saying it will, but I'm saying it could. Baby steps. Can you imagine, though, the fucking utter chaos if dragons did materialize right now? It would not be good. It's just not the time. They want to. I'll tell you that much. They do. And we talk about it often. We kind of joke. They go, is it time yet? Today? I go, no. Not really, unfortunately. It's really not. Sucks. I'm not sure. I'm not positive that it's her, though. I think it's her. That's who I heard, because I was like, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Because I know it's not a dragon. Like just regular dragon like we see. Like I show you guys a lot. And she had a crown on, kind of like Jesus's crown in the picture that I have of him in the sky. Similar. She didn't have the 3 horns like a regular dragon does. Oh, you know, it'd be more fun to just shuffle and see it come out. Why don't we just do it that way? Shit, you know it has happened to me before when I look for when I'm looking for a card and my guides are like, seriously, we'll just pop it out for you so much faster. Oh no, it's Dresden. And I'm like, okay, and it's actually the one that I'm looking for. I'm like it just blows my mind. The Lovers. Okay. Come on now. 22702. Seriously, this is so not. Shamura and Pelennor and the lady. You guys have not seen Shumara. Pelennor and the lady you have. This is Sweet, Bittersweet Goodbye. Shumara. Something? I really can't. Oh, yeah. Web of All Life. Shumara. Web of All Life. Really similar colors to Dresden, but very different. So yeah, I'm not getting oh, we're seeing her again. She was just here the other day. Okay, oh, look at who's on the very reverse as I flip over. Seriously? Where the heck? What? Tiamat. The dragon fae goddess Tiamat, you are stronger than you think. And then we had all these other cards pop up. When I couldn't find her. I need to see these numbers, I'm being told. Eight, 10, 3, 8, 5, and 2 or 20, and 6. But anyway, this is the dragon fae goddess Tiamat. You are stronger than you think. And yeah, I'm going to read it now. We are going to astral at some point. I promise you. Goodness. Whoa, right to it. You are stronger than you think. Number 15, Tiamat says, I know who you are. I know the good of you, the multiplicity of you, and the incredible richness of you. I know what you have survived. I know what great lies have been told. I know how hard the path has been. I can't right now. I know how hard the path has been, how deep the despair, how savage the untruths. I am here to help you restore your own sense of glory, your own truth, your own shining self. The truth that is that you are all things and all beings. You are magnificent, and truthfully, heaven is your mother and earth is your mother. The sea is your mother, and the fire of creation is yours too. You are all these things: star being, dragon king, sea creature, earth dweller, and forest child. You are sea and salt and wood and stone, and you are grander and more magnificent than words or thoughts can tell you of. Know that these different parts of yourself naturally can dwell together. That there need be no war within, no conflict, no refusal to acknowledge all of who you are. I am here to tell you that soon you will come to understand the whole of who you are, and that there is no evil or darkness within you, only instinct and truth, all of which is right and innocent. Grow and begin to feel more secure in the truth that who you are is timeless, ageless, and has wisdom from far beyond this lifetime and far beyond this planet. The truth of who you are is beyond all of our imaginings, because you are vast, powerful, and wondrous. I, who am the mother of this earth, tell you so, and know you to be so. You are me, I am you. and your capacity to become who you truly are is now a possibility. Do not be frightened by the power you feel within you. Know that this power is to be used for good, to assist, to love, and to create. You are an amazing galactic being, an earthly, sensual being, a glorious body and soul entwined. I am here to let you know that you are eternal, beyond time, beyond space, beyond form. You are. And I am here to show to you that who you are is of value to us, of the stars, of the sea, of the land. We support you and we love you always. This is really how I looked when I pretty much read all of these cards for the first time. Just so you guys know. But this right now is just really kind of beyond. She was just in the sky smiling at me. I said, "Who are you?" I mean, I don't even know what to say. And there's more to read. It's up now. I just have to read this. About Tiamat, also known as Tiamat. In the beginning, there was one being. She was all things and nothing. She was the creator of all and yet known by no one. She was alone, and yet without her, we would have no existence. She is Tiamat, a being who is at once galactic, crystalline, merciful, and dragon bay. She is the ancient primordial mother of us all, known to the Sumerians as the mother whose body formed the earth and the galaxies. Her story is one of a female, all-powerful light mother who survived the attempt to destroy her. She is Atlantean, galactic, and angelic in form. And her understanding and ancient wisdom is profound. Tiamat is truly a being from beyond the stars. Her energy is beyond that of individualized energy. And when we have this card show up in our lives, we know we are being connected with her in profound, radiating ways. She is here to remind us of our very nature, the roots of our existence, the atoms of our being. Through her all beingness, she shows us the real possibility of unity, and through her survival and her destruction, she shows us that we are indeed eternal and that life is cyclic, that's it. She is associated with a galactic empire known as Arcadia, a Sumerian dynasty of 2500 BCE. The Arcadians greatly venerated and respected Tiamat. Her energy can almost be overwhelming, but she is such a strong, super protective mother being that she knows that any seeming destruction we experience can be recreated. Thus, she is especially significant during this time of climactic earth change. She brought to this beautiful planet the knowledge of building pyramids and ziggurats. She was said to have been sacrificed upon the ziggurat. I think I'm saying that right. Ziggurat during the battle to take from her the tablet of destinies. But this was truly the place of her reformation and recreation. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just like. And the numbers just won't quit. Seriously. So, divinatory meanings. The knowledge of the eternal nature of the soul. Be aware of your own soul's journey through time and space. Be aware that you are made up of galactic star material, earthly materials, and the ocean of the ocean and of fire. A time when others say things about you that are not only untrue, they are inspired by their own fear. Soon you will have a recognition and a kind of rebirth, and you will realize that you are a strong warrior, a being whose spirit can never be vanquished. Just as your complexity and brilliance can never be fully captured in words or images. Go on and recreate your life from this ending. It seems hard to bear. No. Go on and recreate your life from this ending that seems hard to bear. What you go on to create will have beauty, genius, wisdom, and grace in it. You may face challenges in finding a home or a construction or a dwelling. May not be going to plan. Build on and know that your plans will reach fruition for generations to come. Astrology, astronomy, the science of the stars. And working with Tiamat. Build something for you now and for your generations to come. I'm trying. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Consider the legacy you wish to leave for your descendants and for the planet, and work from this place. Surround yourself with people who share your values and insights, and learn more about what it is that you can do to stop others from being persecuted. Know that no matter what appears to have happened, and no matter how tragic or disastrous it may seem to be, you are in fact strong enough not only to cope, but to transcend this circumstance and rise again. You are greater than those who have hurt you, and you no longer need to live with fear. You will soon be free, washed clean, and reborn to yourself. Never underestimate your own strength. Just quietly begin to rebuild again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. No matter what, forever and ever. Well, I don't know what to say to that, you guys. At 2:44, I honestly, like, first off, I just want to say thank you for all of that. And I'm usually alone when these things happen. To be honest. Because stuff like this, believe it or not, it does happen a lot. And it's the only way I'm still here. They do these things. You see, at the most unbelievable moments. It's just, I'm usually alone in these unbelievable moments. And, but truly, it's, you know, frequent. Like I talk about the love and motivation and encouragement. It's real. If it wasn't, I really wouldn't be here. I mean it. If they didn't come for me over and over and over again, making me, I swear to God, it's true. It is so true. They're reminding me, you know, you've had 7 near-death experiences. Like, you got shit to do. Sorry, it's just. Oh my God. You know what? It's just like real shit right now. I couldn't make this up or plan this in a million billion years. None of it. None of it. In just these moments, you know, that are just so crazy amazing. Like her showing up right after I get done talking about what I was talking about and being all frustrated. You know, it's just like, you want to know something really interesting? I went to the bathroom, I sat down, and I looked up because I have one of these in my bathroom. Oh, you guys can't see it. My plant's in the way. You guys can see it. You see that? And I looked up and I saw these clouds. And immediately my head stopped hurting. And the whole time I was outside, my head didn't hurt. Remember, it was like my head hurt so much. I was just like, the pressure in my head is just like, it's like it's right here so hard. I just want it to go away. And I go in the bathroom, I look up and I see clouds. And I'm like, oh, what's happening? That was interesting. And I went outside and then I saw what I saw. And I don't know, you guys have been here with me, so, you know, thank you. But if you want to take 5 minutes and go look at this video, that hopefully you can see what I saw, literally with these big old eyes and this big old smile and this just unbelievable. Because I think I just need a couple minutes. I still really want to do astral, you guys. I do. I'm just like really overwhelmed right now. 2, 3. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. What just happened? Why do we have deleted messages? Oh, okay. I'm like, dude, I can't with somebody in here doing shit right now. I really can't. Now I have to literally go one by one. The curls in my hair, and is it curly? Just feels kind of. Tiamat is beautiful. Oh my god. So can we bring back these messages that got deleted or no? Can you undelete them? Seriously? Okay, so apparently the answer is no. That's annoying. Well, thank you for, I can read. I am seeing all the stuff that you did right, Karen. So I can unhide them. I just can't undelete them, apparently. Oh, you're so sweet. Is she still, who's here? Oh, she went to see the video. Okay. Did you go see the video, Sky? 227. I mean, it's just, you don't have to watch the whole thing, but I mean, it's like right at the beginning. It's just right above my house, right there. It's super easy to see it. Look at this. My baby. Aren't they so cute? My lives. Yeah, go pop out and go watch just like the first minute or whatever. um and then I think I might, well, I don't like doing this because it always gets, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, especially since, oh well, you unhid her. I'm not sure if she can. I don't know. I'm thinking of just starting a new feed for the astral. And Leslie didn't come back. She said she was gonna be home in a half an hour, and that was like a while ago. I was like, oh wow, this is gonna work out perfectly because Leslie can do the astral. Maybe she just didn't even think of coming here. Sorry, guys. You saw it? I had an appointment. Well, a sort of appointment, after astral appointment for a 30-minute call with a client, but and I was like, yeah, 3 should be good, but I'm like, it's open-ended, and this is why. Literally in live telling her what's up. So hopefully she's understanding. When she first made the appointment, she said Saturday, and then she's like, today at 11. And I'm like, how did you go from Saturday to today at 11? That's not gonna work. It's just like, so anyway, I'm like, yeah, today after astral, but I'm not sure when that is. But then a half hour ago, she's like, do I call you? Like, we set it for 3, and I don't want, actually, I'm gonna turn my ringers off. Because, yeah, some people never know. Not just her, just in general. Okay. Yeah, so oh yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's really obvious, isn't it? I mean, big old head, the whole crown thing, the eyes, it's just a smile, like this, just like full on, like, I was like, seriously? Is this what I'm looking at? So I just left a message for Leslie. This is going on like way ridiculously long. So okay, good. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. So I don't have a 3-4 hour long video to do work with, basically. I am going to we're gonna close this feed out, and I will just come right back. Please just refresh your feed, come right back. Okay. I don't like doing this because people tend to drop off, and then like never come back. So please just come right back. But I really want to close this video out and not have it be 3.5, 3, yeah, because it's already at after 2.5 hours at this point. Okay. So please just come right back. I'm going to end this stream, and I will see you here in just a minute. Okay, guys? Okay, right back. Okay, bye. Love you. Bye.